Okay, and we're back, so we're gonna do the next mission, I think. Ooh, the portal's like blood red now. Must be because of the energy source, it's not blue anymore or whatever. With the death of our priest, the blood ritual has been broken. The Maykr, desperate for a way to consume Earth, is attempting to resurrect the icon of sin under her command. Only the Slayer's crucible can stop the icon. To retrieve it, you must journey back into your past to the city of Teres Nabad, where your legend began. Teres Nabad. The city of Teres Nabad was the crown jewel of the Argent Noir. For centuries it served as the spiritual heart of Argent society, home to both the royal family and the center of political power. No expense was spared in the building of the city, with bold colonnaded architecture and towering monuments to gods and kings resplendent on every avenue, rural Argenta flocked to Teres Nabad on pilgrimage to the Maykr temples. The city was ground zero of a massive demonic invasion attempt. Although the invasion was thwarted, the attack changed Argenta's society forever. Yeah, well, I think Maykr is the one who actually did the attack, but I know. Okay, I was not ready for that. Suck. Oh, how? That's just phasing right through him? What? Kind of let myself die right there because that was bull. Like, I kept shooting him with that thing, but no. Yeah.
The great city of Teres Nabad.
Completely disregard.
Site of the first reported demon attack in Argentina. According to the Korax tablet, the city would have been lost had it not been for the arrival of the Slayer.
What the heck? Oh, okay. Blood Punch can instantly destroy Seal. The archive is vulnerable when summoning. Falter them to instantly give the incoming demons. But I think I killed him with that, honestly. Yeah. Unless I can do it with this. Are you kidding me? How is he not dead? With the coming of the Slayer, the Night Sentinels took the campaign deeper into the heartland of the demons than ever before. Mighty Atlans were brought forth, tearing paths through the hordes of hell alongside the Slayer and his army. The High Priest, under the guidance of the Mother God, had found means to gain entry to the innermost regions of the demon world, and with the Diag's presence, new gates could be opened. Our war machines were unstoppable, wrought with Maykr technology, enhanced by the very essence our enemies hurled against us as our armies drove deeper and deeper into the blood-drenched territory of the demons. Countless victories were assured with the power of the Slayer, for with the Alphenterfector at the fore of our pack, we brought certain doom to our foes. And though our hearts were pure and our purpose righteous, unbeknownst to the fighters of Argenta, in our wake and under the veil of secrecy, the Mother God had set her priests to build vast factories upon the heathen's land that she might gather the essence for further development. How this deception began, we would not know, for our focus remained on the hordes of the underworld. Why then would we stoop so low as to consider our Mother God of betraying our covenant? The Khan Maykr did not seem at ease with the unforeseen rise of our Slayer, and the Seraphim who had birthed the Destroyer in secret soon vanished from Urdak, perhaps exiled for his heresy. Our legions rose unfettered under the unquenchable rage of the Doomslayer, and his design led the Khan Maykr to find profit in his endorsement. It soon became known that the Slayer was the Maker's God machine, a holy relic reborn, sent to bring the Maker's word to the wicked and to smite those who would seek to harm all who followed the path to Urdak. So when you first met her and she was like, it was you who was meant to defend it. You cannot resist the word of the Khan Maykr, for it was you who was meant to enforce it, right? When she said that, what I'm getting from this is all she did was jump on the bandwagon of like, ooh, if I endorse him, my popularity rises with the people. I get profit, benefit for me, even though in secret I am betraying all the traditions held sacred. I'm betraying the trust of the people. But this way, like, whatever. With the Slayer unwittingly cleaving a path for her, the Mother God siphoned the essence, processing it beyond our knowledge into fuel that would come to be known as Argent Energy. The Slayer cared not for polity. He took no interest in the workings of our people, but set his task only on his desire, the destruction of the demons and their world. He no longer spoke for reasons unknown, though it was understood that he still possessed the ability, offering only guttural hefts of anger as he inflicted pain upon his enemies. For years he marched with the Night Sentinels through the fires of the demon lands, and every return to our homeworld found much changed in Argent Denor. Should any blame be apportioned to the Sentinels, it is this. In our fervor, we were negligent of our people and did not see the rising tide of evil our crusade empowered, because the Khan Maykr was siphoning all that energy. So, the evil within. We knew only the enemy laid before us and the wealth of Argenta at our backs, and did not pause to seek the cost and method of this progress. Everything pointing to the Khan Maykr being the one causing all the issues. Just okay, I tried.
We must move. Quickly. There are those who would seek to stop this.
So he's Samur,
I offer you a
Maykr.
gift.
Samur Maykr.
Take it. It will give you strength. Help you on your journey.
So he probably knew about Khan Maker's like deception and everything, and so he was giving a way to stop her.
And now, they will fear you.
I feel like this guy was uncorruptible. Not uncorruptible, but not corrupted by power like Khan Maykr was, and so didn't give in. Okay. Okay, there's much more than I expected there. Oh! Okay. Oh, nice. Headshot, baby, right there. That's beautiful. Okay. One second. guys need to get out of the way because I cannot waste bullets on you. At least not the good bullets. Okay. Yet as the Slayer and Night Sentinels battled the demonic host, their failure to act outside the confines of their duty allowed the rancor of the Essence to grip the Argenta. It was on a mission deep within the boiling seas of the Netherrealm, where the Order of the Six reside, that a company of Night Sentinels learned of the Khan Maker's true dealings with the callous beast. By Maker design, it was kept secret from the Sentinels and Argent people alike that the essence we had grown so reliant on during this war was comprised of the very spirit of our brothers and sisters who had fallen to these vile creatures. The truth had been uncovered that all beings who found their end by demonic horde would become a vassal of the hellscape, their flesh in time twisted into the very demons we fight, their souls extracted to create the essence that powers their world and ours. The victims were the enemies, and the enemy would become us. The soldiers stood in awe at the base of a factory dedicated to such action, a place where the bodies of the slain were sorted and processed, tortured for the mill, to have their souls extracted through sinister magic. Enormous vats of pain and suffering, ethereal energy, the haunting sounds of lost souls awash in an eternity of servitude, transformed into energy to power our struggle against the dark realm and its malice. But worse than this grim reality was the discovery of the machinery which was used to enact the vile process our fallen had been subjected to, for it was not by hoof and claw that this blasphemous technology had come to pass, but by the hand of the Argenta, guided by the Mother God's desires. We had fallen deep within the grasp of the enemy. What we had fought against would not reveal itself to be true, as without countenance we could hold no sway over the Argenta populace. Regardless, the honor of the Night Sentinels would have to hold up the verity of these claims, and Mother God could be our divinity no more. In secret corridors and clandestine conference, the Night Sentinels would find those amongst them who similarly distrusted the essence and had foretold the swelling corruption. Once the truth could be shared, the skeptics became members of the Sentinel insurrection, and the breach between holy and unholy Argenta began to grow. Again, corruption. Maker design. The only one who didn't follow to it appears to be Samur Maykr. Samur Maykr. Look at that guy, and that guy looks cool. That's where I have to remove my thing, isn't it? Before I do that, though. Oh, did I not read this one? The truth could not be denied. The unholy spires raised in the barren lands functioned by blessing of Maykr machinery. The Khan had betrayed Argentanor and had made concert with the demons to harvest their essence, in return granting them access to all the worlds under her influence. A symbiotic relationship had formed, and darkness now had been balanced by a light. For where there was heaven, so there would be a hell. The followers would be granted passage to Urdak, and the sinners would fall into the fiery pits of the dark realm. This word would be spread from all cultures in all worlds and in all places. We were not without blame, for it was our people, the priests and sentinel engineers, who'd laid the work in place. Argenta's slaves had built the dark factories, and our own ancient wraith energy helped purify Hell's elixir into the miracle fuel that now powered the Maker's world and our own. The night sentinels spoke of the evil brought by the essence, and carried their word to all who would listen. We had helped to create this new dichotomy, and so it must be for the Argenta to stop the spread of this pestilence, this new phase of existence, the dark and the light. If not for us, then for the innocent whose worlds have yet to fall under the spell of the Maker God and her unseen allies in the Hell dimension. Even when the night sentinels returned from the demonic realm with tales of slave factories that damned the souls of the innocent, the indoctrinated masses of Argentanor took no quarrel with the Makers. They were indebted to the demon essence. The ministers deliberating, but finding no basis for change. The messengers were cast down for daring to speak against those who would have gifted us so much, our gods. The Makers, in their infinite wisdom, would see fit that the faithful continue life anew in Urdak. They feared the wrath of the Mother God. A lifetime of servitude would not be undone by this insurrection. This was simply another trial, a test of faith to identify those that were truly worthy to experience life eternal in Urdak. The Argenta would not waver in their resolve. The Night Sentinels prepared for war once again, though this battle meant drawing the blood of their own brothers. Our army had seen the work of the demons firsthand and knew its evil. They had returned to the way of the wraiths, and though their armament was diminished without the essence, it remained pure and righteous. A division amongst the Argenta had occurred, one side standing in opposition to the doctrine of the Makers, and the other locked in belief. The Ascended Empire was comprised of the faithful and misled, wielding the desecrated energies of hell, the power of the Makers and Marauders who had sided with the Khan. And we know what happened to the Marauders, you know. They weren't even able to rest after they died, brought back to fight the Doomslayer. The Night Sentinels were bolstered by the free people of Argenta, and the mightiest of all killers, the Slayer himself. Plans and tactics were drawn. The Sentinels would close the Argent energy factories in Necroval, that which fed the world of Urdak directly with its supply of fresh essence. They would stop the flow. The slumbering wraiths would awake from their sleep and give Argent Danur courage. So again, Khan Maykr, bad. Over and over again. That's what I get. And yet she's trying to like project blame on others. Like the Demon Slayer was wreaking havoc on the demons. He wasn't helping her, but she decided to pretend like she controlled him and everything, right? That's everything I've seen of this thing. She pretended to make it seem like he was following orders from her, but it was not even close, you know? For years the civil war waged and took its toll on the soldiers as their armor lay stained with the blood of their brothers on a cursed battlefield. Finally, an opportunity to end the war has been discovered by the Order Diag and the Night Sentinels. With the Slayer at the head of their army, they gathered to traverse through the gate and sunder Necroval, the city of the dead. The Order of the Diag, the high priest who had pledged their allegiance long ago to the Night Sentinels, worked in service of our mission. Those holy priests who had served the Argenta since time immemorial assured us that the way was clear. A plan was set to march into the accursed walls of Necroval and smite the factory, cutting off the flow of essence to Urdak and denying the Khan Maker of her prize. Our forces took spear in hand and advanced, and it is there that the venom of treachery struck. Upon entry through the Hell Porter, the Night Sentinels were scattered to the winds of unplanned chaos. Our warriors were separated, our ranks split, as the gates twisted and hurled them across the unholy realm. Some of our warriors appeared near to the gates they had walked before, but found that the vile priest had barred the way back. Then the trap was sprung, and each lone Argenta found himself set upon by bloodthirsty multitudes of demonic beasts. Let it be known that it was not the priests alone who felled the northern armies, but one of the Sentinels' own. Hell found his weakness, and exploited it to the demise of Argent Denor. If not for the betrayer's stroke of madness, the Wraith's power would still be our own, and the Sentinel flag would still rise above Argent Denor to this day. So, Khan Maykr, priest, and the betrayer all consorted together